so happy I got this mugged up.
Good. Yeah, happy we could get it to you.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope it served you well.
Oh, it did.
I am legitimately worried that she's going to be sad that it's not here anymore.
My wife,
But
she did grow attached to that mug.
she could always just, buy her own.
Well, we have different Yeti mugs, but she liked the size of it.
It's perfect.
Yeah, that's
You know
what she was saying.
Yeah.
We have bigger ones, like more of the long mugs here.
Yeah. No, this is very transportable.
Yeti mugs. This podcast brought to you by Yeti mugs.
You wish.
We got Joshua Emerson here in the studio. We got one like this.
Okay.
And it's a little
Pretty basic.
It's a little big though.
Yeah.
For what she wants. Yours is a good
It's also like
camping mug size.
it's cute too. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, I mean the stickers are interesting, but it's
True.
cute. It's cute.
I never listened to this punk rock horror podcast.
Here, go ahead and just turn it around so the camera can see it.
Yeah, sure. We got punk rock horror. We got Power mixtape. That's a good one. A little native. And then we have Grandma's House, which
That show, have you done that show?
done it several times. Been
Okay.
actually a while. Should hit him up. See if I can get on. It's a great place to do 15 minutes though. You know?
Yeah, I do want to start doing more time.
Yeah.
15, 20, I think
Do
is
you-
what I would
do
like
you-
to start doing.
Do you get the headline often?
No, never.
Oh, never.
Never headline, no.
Never. Not even like because when are you 30?
When I'm 34.
34. So I mean, you could just do it on your birthday.
It's
just
like,
make-
who wants to let
Yeah.
me headline on my birthday?
Well, I mean, you could just produce a show yourself.
I mean, I do, but the one I do is like, short. You've done Comedy Save the Video
Uh-huh.
starts. It's not really built for someone to do 40 minutes.
Not on that show. That one's a concept show.
Yeah,
But you could I'm
just
sure you
throw
could.
my own birthday show.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's what I'm
All
saying.
right, yeah, I guess I never didn't think about it. I'd be embarrassed.
Yeah, I mean, you should get better at comedy first. you
Oh,
know?
okay.
that's rude.
It's not the comedy part that I'd be embarrassed. It'd be like, hey, it's my birthday, guys. Come watch me do more time than I've ever done all at once.
I mean, there's something to be said with the way improvers are able to get people to come to just bad shows. You know what I mean? Just
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they have a supportive group around them for sure.
yeah. There's something about improvers where they actually have real friends in life, and whereas like a lot of times comedians,
I think it depends on how far they are in their improv journey.
it's true.
I think it's like a weird bell curve where it's like, okay, you start off, you have a lot of friends,
Uh-huh.
and then it dips as you get more into it. And then if you're really good at it, then it comes back up.
Yeah, the
Is that a
Schumer
bell-
curve. Yeah.
Is that a bell curve? No, that's like an hourglass curve.
No, I think it's a bell curve, except upside down.
Sideways.
I don't know. Have you ever done improv? Have you
Yeah,
played
I
the
did-
games or?
Yeah. I did a course in college as well, and then I did the first level at the Bovine Metropolis.
Bovine, which is no longer.
No longer here, but it was Denver's longest.
That's where Sam was for a minute.
Sam Talent.
Right,
Yeah, that's where he started.
and then had to leave in disgrace.
I don't know about in disgrace. I heard he's doing stuff in Austin. Have you seen anything about this?
He has so many projects going on.
I might have to cut that out. I think
Really?
somebody who.
Well, let's just keep talking about Sam's projects then. Yeah, I heard that he has a deal with Barstool.
Interesting. I heard he's got a deal with Amazon to do another book. No, I think he's got stuff with Audible though. He put out one short story. Have you read that one?
Nuh-uh.
It's pretty interesting. It's just like it's an Audible exclusive. So he wrote it for Audible, and they put it out.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it was called like Attaboy,
Attaboy.
and it was like a story about a kid who small town kid who does like bare knuckle boxing to make money, and he ends up dying at the end. Sorry, spoilers.
Damn.
I know it's dark, dude. It's dark.
Interesting. And it's does he like voice it?
No,
no.
there's a narrator.
There is a narrator.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting. Yeah.
Unless you're big, they don't let you narrate your own books.
really.
Unless you're like super independent and like can like prove you have an audience. So like podcasters who do books, comedians who do books, or like a Stephen.
Sam's
Stephen
getting to
King
the place
doesn't
where
even
he
know
has
who-
an audience though.
Sure. But this book is a couple years old at this point, so
Oh,
or
okay.
the one, yeah. So right after his first book, he within a year.
Okay, so was that
of
quick?
Finding the Light coming out? Yeah,
No kidding. And then he's writing another novel.
I hope so. Yeah, I think so. I think he had 2 short things with Audible, and then he's got another novel he's doing.
Good for him.
Yeah, Yeah.
So I just did 5 festivals in 5 weeks,
Right.
and at
Okay.
4 of them, I saw Sam, you know?
Guy's
And I
working.
and I knew I was exhausted, and so just to see him and, like, this is just his life, you know what I mean? In terms of like, every weekend, like, hitting the road, and traveling, and then, like, I guess it's cool that there's a way you can get good at it, you know what I mean? Obviously, like, you get better at the comedy and all that stuff, that's all fun, but the actual travel and being able to like talk to people like while you're on the road, so many different people that sort of want something from you because you're in their town. Like, in Kansas City, Sam's only gonna be there what, twice a year maybe? And like,
Yeah, probably.
yeah. And so
I mean, that dude's a road dog for sure.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
and the way that he used to do it back in the day was like, getting into a van with 6 other grubby guys, and just like
Yes.
never showering and stuff. Yeah.
Smelly.
Yeah. So, so
Yeah.
I think he's probably doing it more luxurious now. It's maybe
Yeah.
just him in a car.
Yeah. I mean it's a lot of planes now, which is I think
I
nicer.
hope so. I hope he's got a plane budget.
Plane budget. I mean, I've seen him on a bunch of planes.
Do you think? Oh, really? Okay, so
Yeah.
you're flying too.
I am flying too,
I guess I figured you
oftentimes.
were like hitching. Last time we were on the pod about a year ago, a little over a year.
Uh-huh.
You're talking about hitchhiking to certain
I never did
festivals,
that. I
and
never did that, but I thought about it.
yeah,
I considered it.
you were gonna open up the pod saying that you had some breaking news.
Oh, it's nothing crazy.
No, come on, let's hear it. I want the.
I just found out that I won the Mayor's Awards for Excellent in the Arts and Innovation.
Okay.
And so in the beginning of December, Mayor Mike Johnson's gonna hand me a plaque.
Oh,
And
cool.
yeah, that's the only thing.
Is
Yeah.
it for the dead room stuff?
Yeah,
Or
largely
like the stuff
for
with the Navajo Nation?
it's like a combination actually
Okay.
of like doing the native showcase and then doing the
Well, if he saw your
community
act, he
stuff.
might take it away. So let's play
Well, let's
down the
be
comedy
honest.
part.
He's never he's not the one deciding this.
All
You
the
know what I mean?
problem.
They
He's
throw his
not.
name on there. He'll be there for half an hour. He'll give a speech, he'll shake hands, take pictures, and then he's on to the next thing. When you're at that level, your entire day like I'm on one of the quarterly transition committees for him and he started that Zoom meeting in his car, you know what I mean? And so he's just talking about it. And it's crazy how much information he can just pull up to tell people when he's like giving like updates. Just from like the back of his head cuz every day for that guy is just from morning to night constantly working on different stuff. And it's really cool to see like up close. But it's also just like how is this like how can you do this for the long term? Hancock did it for 12 years. And granted Hancock I think had a better like wasn't as quite as involved. Maybe he wasn't earlier in his administration, but yeah, the way that Mayor Mike Johnson's approaching it is exhausting to watch. You know what I mean? It's like when you watch Obama get older while he was in presidency. You know what I mean? Just get grayer and look more skull like. Yeah, yeah. I
I
think
mean, it ages you for sure.
I think so.
Time
Yeah.
in general. So
Sure.
no, that's great. Like, so it's probably more for the activism you're doing with the indigenous
Why
people
are you
stuff.
pushing back against the comedy? You're like
It's not that I'm
nobody can
pushing.
win an
Well, I mean,
award.
I don't want you to get canceled for if they actually look up some of your comedy.
They
So
definitely did.
I'm
They
trying to
definitely.
pad it a little bit.
I submitted my sets as
You
a part.
submitted yours?
Yeah. They're like,
So
it was
you
like,
applied for this thing?
yeah. There was an application process. You could nominate somebody, but they also said you could self nominate.
Okay.
And so I just opened up Chat GBT.
So I could have done it.
Oh, you should have.
Yeah, I didn't know that was.
Yeah, I mean, I would have beat you, but I.
Well,
uh, but yeah, there's a portion where
well, you did. So congratulations.
Oh, thank you. There's a portion where it's like gives us some examples of your art, and so I just put some of the tapes that have been submitting to festivals and stuff like
yeah,
that.
so you didn't mention like this, all the stuff I hear on CityCast, all the activism and stuff that you're doing.
That's right. Oh yeah, sorry. How you doing? My name's Joshua. I'm a regular contributor to CityCast Denver. I don't
So
know
am I,
if you're
JD Lopez.
yeah.
Yeah,
How many times have you been on?
I've been on 3 times in the last
3.
a month and a half.
Let's go.
I know
That's good, man. That's nice.
Yeah, I did the 1-star reviews. I mean, they're not as intellectually stimulating as conversations as you have. Like you're
Sure.
dealing with actual issues. I'm like, 1-star reviews of Chuck E. Cheese in Inglewood. That's fun. You know,
Yeah.
when they wanna
But
get
yeah.
the yucks, they call me.
Yeah.
Or somebody to lose in a
You're
competition
so
show.
salty about the ice cream thing.
Oh, yeah. Well, I love that salted Oreo.
Not
Only at Little Man Ice
not
Cream.
only that, but they also, like, cut out a big portion of you being salty, you know what I
Well,
mean?
yeah, yeah. Did you heard the Lopez cut? I told them they should release the Lopez cut. They did.
I haven't heard
They
about it, I
did
just heard
cut.
about it,
They
you
cut
know?
out quite a bit.
Really?
Yeah, me giving Paul some shit. Me, just dude.
That's
I think
so
it was
funny.
rigged, dude. Because when I walked out, there
Uh-huh.
was an M's ice cream truck in the alley.
Wow.
Yeah, and guess who won that competition or that what would you call it?
Episode? I don't
Yeah,
know.
episode.
Yeah, is it M's?
Yes, it was M's.
Yes!
Yes, of course. I mean, M's was good. I
Yeah.
have been thinking about that lemon for a while. Lemon ice cream is very good.
Yeah, I don't know, I feel like gourmet ice cream's kinda overrated in general. I feel like ice cream's sorta like pizza, where it's, like, it's really easy to be good.
Wrong. Wow.
Eh
Okay.
What?
Oh my god.
Yeah. There's that place on Colfax. What's the one over by, like, Sweet Cow or whatever?
On Colfax, there's the Little Man Factory.
Little Man, yeah.
Yeah, it's the best. I
Yeah, I
worked
liked
there
it.
for a little bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the best.
I'm sorry.
That's why it should have won.
Yeah, there's this one,
And
there's this salted one that I really enjoyed.
That's exactly what I'm saying, dude. Yeah, I should have maybe picked a little bit of a plainer palette. Well, and then none of them even went to an ice cream shop. I'm the only one who went in and got the ice cream.
Yeah.
Tasted all the ice creams. All right, I was taking it seriously.
They do 5 episodes a week, man.
Oh yeah, and half of them are talking to each other just about stuff that's in the news.
Yeah, that show, the amount of work that they do.
Now, Bree did go to her ice cream shop.
Did she?
Yeah.
Well, Bree's a real one.
Yeah,
you
Bree's.
know?
Yeah.
My
she's
Paul's
doing-
a real one. They're all real. I like them all.
Yeah,
I like
yeah,
Olivia.
they're great. I'm just
Yeah.
giving them shit, Although I do think M's bought that, but it was rigged.
You think that they bought it?
Maybe.
They,
Dude, I think
because
I
I
mean-
recorded the next day, and they
Uh-huh.
did offer me M's ice cream on
Of
my
course
way.
they did, because they have a bunch in the office. Obviously, they're getting paid off in pints of ice cream, dude.
Oh man.
And I'm gonna shout it from the rooftops. All these 14ers they claim to love.
Yeah,
Yeah, that they can be bought.
they can be bought. I mean, so I mean that's isn't
So?
that, I don't know.
You don't think corruption in news is bad? That's what we talked about in the last one.
You-
It's like
yeah,
you have
so
to
you
hold the
think-
people accountable.
you think like an ice cream
I mean,
ice
these are the
cream
big issues for
competition?
me. Big issues for me.
Okay, I mean it's nice to know where your priorities are.
Yeah, I have been listening to a lot of things about Israel and Palestine.
Yeah,
You got any thoughts of that as the former military man?
2-state solution. I feel like you gotta not like terrorism's bad. There's people dying every day. It's
Right,
very
right.
sad, and I I I will say this real quick. Watch my ass get canceled real quick. There's this not woke is the wrong term, but there's like a liberal portion of Native American culture that's up on the news that that is sort of saying that natives should support Palestine because it's another example of colonialism and how sovereignty is being attacked by colonial powers. And it's what worries me about that is that I don't think they're fully parallel issues. And there's this tendency for liberal natives that are involved in activism to try to insert native issues into anything that is getting press. Just to like, oh, something's happened in Palestine or are gay rights being attacked? Like, how can we bring this back to being a native issue? Where native issues are very important. We should fight for them, obviously, but not everything is a native issue. And so that I guess I've been seeing a lot of that, and there's no good way to criticize it because it's such a complicated issue that I don't know.
Right.
I mean,
I drew a lot of parallels as well to the Native American, stuff, that we did to the natives, and what I'm hearing about Israel and Palestine. So I mean, I've been drawing a lot of those same
I'm interested.
things myself. Because they're like, this is our land. You let Israel come on here, and
Mhm.
take it back from us or
But
whatever.
Palestine started as a colonial state or as part of colonialism in the first place with the when the UK had control over it, in the
Okay, I
20s.
didn't know that, but
So it's just
yeah,
like a weird thing to say,
and I'm very ignorant about most things, so it's like, I mean, it wasn't even till a couple years ago I was like, oh, Israel's just not the best. I mean, I thought we were all pro-Israel all the time,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that's what I've always heard, and that's even growing up religious and stuff. It's like that Israel's the Holy Land and all that jazz. So it's like I had all that baggage as well. So
Mhm.
learning stuff about injustices and things going on with that Israel's doing, it's like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
that's just
I
different than what I've always been told.
it is really hard to criticize Israel without being called an anti-Semite.
Yeah, exactly. And
It, that's where you're at.
I guess all I'm saying is like get educated.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just doing my best to learn and try to understand as well. So I figured since you have would you say you're a liberal native,
I would say I'm a liberal native, yeah.
but you're being more cautious about drawing these parallels and
I
thinking about
just
it
I
more
just
critically.
feel there's an important like you want to be committed to intellectual honesty, and sometimes um sometimes people are not. Sometimes people sort of like like to take their first reaction and sort of just stay defended into it. I
Yeah, yeah.
think I mean I grew up with, my dad's a lawyer, my stepmom's a lawyer, so the idea of like argument should be to find the truest thing. And so not to be right. There's this big sense of
Oh
like
yeah,
instead of like trying
big
to find out what's
difference.
true, you like want to be right.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like that's I don't know. But yeah, I mean I feel I don't know, man. This whole year has been so good for me in terms of growth, but I'm 31 now, and I'm finding that I just I guess I just want to work on myself and being like more like likable or just like easier to hang out with.
Oh,
You
okay.
know, I don't know what that.
You've been listening to my pod.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
exactly.
how I end each podcast.
Really?
Is just saying I wish Josh was more easygoing and able to hang out, be routable.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. No, I haven't been listening to your podcast. I just want to make that very clear to all the listeners
All
out
right.
there.
Oh, oh.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I, I actually, I love your pod.
Thank you.
I just don't
Wow,
listen to
how
it.
very political.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate that.
I
No,
don't know.
but
Can
yeah.
we?
Where's that coming? Because I mean, we were talking about last time about you are kind of aggressive, but in like a fun, jolly way. But it is like a big energy.
Yeah.
Is that something you've been trying to reel in a little more? Is there something? What's brought
Yeah.
on this turn?
Yeah. Yeah. I guess it's just so I just like the
A lot
five
of energy.
festivals, there's a part of like I felt great on stage. I feel like I'm demonstrating great value on stage. And then another part of the festival is just meeting and talking with comedians. And I feel so uncomfortable. I feel so socially. There's just this large amount of anxiety that I sort of want to like work through. And so I don't know. I don't really know what's like at the center of that, but I just know that like High Plains was really hard for me to just to be around people, and that should be like the most comfortable one I'm at, right? And so like there's this sense of I don't know what I did in my head to sort of ostracize myself. And it's not even true. Anytime I go out to a community, like a Denver community thing, like people, I see people I like and like join in community with and be friends with, but I'm going out to less and less things though. And so yeah, I just
You have
want
other
to
things taking up your time, or
yeah, for sure.
yeah, you're a
But
busy guy.
but I also, uh, other things took up my time, but what I realized is that comedy is always there and it's a good thing to continue to water,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
and get better at cuz there's no ceiling for comedy. If you get funnier and
yeah,
funnier,
yeah, yeah.
you know.
Interesting thought.
Do you disagree?
I mean, I guess I would have thought maybe like a ceiling for how far you can get in this scene specifically. I mean, that's why people move to bigger scenes. Because they feel like they have hit a ceiling here.
But Sam hasn't moved.
Sam's in Fort Collins, and he's all over the country all the time. I mean, he's might be based in Fort Collins as far as I know,
Sure.
but I mean, he's going all over the place
Yeah, he's on the
constantly.
road. You know what I mean? Like you do
Yeah,
have
yeah,
to like, I think you have to do the road if you're in LA or New York anyways, because
sure,
you're
yeah,
not going to
yeah.
get enough stage time in those places that you would and then like part of what's good about being good in New York and LA is that you do like get headlining spots on the road and get paid more money, and road is much more profitable, you know? So
Sure, yeah, yeah. I mean, the big shows. I mean, all the big places that pay the most are like New York and LA, though, right?
yeah, but those are industry, and so you're competing
Like
with the
getting in a
best of
Comedy
best.
Store and all that stuff,
Yeah, but to get into the Comedy Store or the Cellar,
or
like
the
you're
Cellar. Yeah, so I was thinking
yeah,
East Coast.
yeah. I mean, though you're competing with the best of the best, and like
Sam's there.
The Cellar's list of past comedians is like 215 comics long. So even if you do get past, it's like if you're not Sam Morril, if you're not, you know what I mean?
No like guaranteed stage time unless you're
Exactly.
hot.
Unless you're hot. And then Sam Morril, how many fucking weekends is he doing? You 40, 45, you know? And so like so he's doing the road anyways. Like that's the whole point. Like I think that's the model is like you find a base where you can go up on the nights that you're at your base, and then hopefully in a club, and then do the road and make money on the road. And then sometimes you write a TV script, or sometimes you act in something. But you know, like that's
Yeah, yeah.
like if you're gonna do comedy as a career, there's a lot of ways to do it, but that seems to be the most profitable.
Yeah, or that's definitely like the old model, I feel like,
Uh huh.
I think like a lot of comics these days are getting more popular with like TikTok and stuff and all the
Yeah.
apps, and then they're selling out tickets that way.
Yeah, but that the first tour. But what about the next year? Uh, you know, like they'll go see you once, and if you bomb, like they're not going to come see you again.
Sure, but if you do well, I mean, then only you
Sure,
grow.
but I mean, how many? Some of these TikTokers they do well, like Matt Rife, for example, who's
Yeah,
already
I've
doing
been hearing that
comedy.
guy all over the place.
Yeah, but he did comedy before he got big on TikTok, so he was able to do an hour, multiple hours, when he did get that big pop. But then there's some people like the guy who just came here from like he's like Stony McBlaze or whatever. I think that's his name. And like he struggles to headline. Because he's newer, you know? So
No,
yeah.
never heard of him. Uh, but I was thinking like a local person like Hannah Jones, like she's definitely built her audience through TikTok, and she's got the stand up chops to
Yeah.
like back it. So like she's only gonna grow. I feel.
Yeah, absolutely. The more
So
people that see Hannah Jones, the more people are gonna buy her tickets in the future.
yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
So
So I guess that's what I was thinking is like growth in that sense. But yeah, there's always like YouTubers, TikToker people that
mhm.
can't hang, with live shows once they get it. Like I remember there was a years ago, like when Sam first got past at Comedy Works as like a headliner guy, there was a YouTuber guy who came on. He was booked for a weekend, like first night, like Thursday, people were walking out. He could only do
Mhm.
like 15, and they were all just his musical songs that he was projecting behind him.
Yeah.
So they called in like Sam and like two other
Yeah.
local people to come and close out the show, and so he middled his own like headlining weekend. The YouTuber guy.
Yeah, and he brought the audience.
Yeah, I get yeah, but
I
they
mean,
were
there is something to be said. I mean, it's so annoying how big of a part marketing plays in a comedian's career. It's like if you can sell tickets, there's something to be said to being able to sell out shows.
yeah.
Like that is hard and it's difficult, and building an audience, that's an essential part. But yeah, but you do like being able to follow through on it and just being able to do an hour of you just being funny on stage. Like that's, I mean, that just takes time, right?
Yeah, time, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh yeah, just that growth thing. The art of comedy or like
Hmm.
being good as a comedian, that growth is uh there's no ceiling to it, but maybe what you could do in a scene or something like
Right.
that. I mean, that's just what I've heard everybody else who's like left to a different scene. They just they're like, I've done everything I can in Denver.
Yeah, but I feel like, no offense to none of those people, because a lot of them are successful now, and it was a great decision for them to leave.
Uh-huh.
But they're like you can use your imagination, like do stuff that's never been done before, here in Denver. That hasn't. That's like all my best opportunities I created for myself because there were things that people hadn't done yet. Um,
Yeah,
or
submitting yourself for this mayor's thing, like that's
yeah,
I would
exactly.
never have thought of that.
So fun. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's fun because it's like, if no one's ever done it, then I get to be like the first person to be like, comedy
Yeah,
can
yeah,
be
for
used to talk
sure.
about difficult stuff because it relieves his tension with a punchline. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like,
yeah.
yeah. So it's like, yeah, go find your blue ocean, and there's a lot of stuff that's not been developed here in Denver.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, and I was saying the people I've heard that did this, or we're talking about this, 10 years ago, closer to like 10, 8 years ago.
yeah,
So it was just a whole different world. The social media thing wasn't as big. TikTok wasn't around back then, things like that.
yeah. But even things that are established, like the Denver Art Museum, like they've been doing this Untitled series for forever. They never had a comic be one
Title.
of the featured artists until this year.
Yeah, you've really established yourself as like a comedian artsy guy.
Yeah,
Yeah, which I don't think, because most comedians are like, I'm not an artist. Like, don't call me an artist. Like, don't would never put themselves in the serious realm. Never
sure.
to be considered like an artist in this realm. So
Yeah. I see what having a white dad does
you're
to
really
you,
like,
you
but
know?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're really putting your stamp on it.
Well, it's not all comedy is art. That's
Sure, sure.
fucking obvious. Some of it is. And art, I mean, art just for me it's just like, are you doing something on purpose to evoke emotion? Like that's art to me. And so much I, you look like a groundhog.
Sorry,
Are
I
you
heard
just
like a
worried?
pop. I heard
Yeah.
like a popping noise over here, and I was
I
like, oh no, did this candle start something on fire or what? Yeah, I have candles in here for my guests because I want it to smell
Yeah, it smells
nice.
good in here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's all part of the vibe, bro.
I guess what it was is that I saw how much art funding was going to poetry, and it really annoyed me. And so,
Nice,
yeah, and
nice.
plus it's just like,
Let that spite motivate you.
oh man, and like artists are so fucking talented. Like I don't know if you ever like talked to them or like seen them do stuff.
Poets?
That poets, some of them are fucking great. Some of them really just stir the soul and all that bullshit. I but like in terms of like especially people that do stuff like sculpture or like on canvas and stuff like that, like this is really difficult to do because not only have to be able to draw, you have to be able to understand texture, like light and color theory. And then it doesn't always go this well. You know what I mean? It's like a concept that you have in your head. Like art is about failure, and you want to find a place to fail. Comedy is it. You can fail like until you get something that can make strangers laugh all over this country. Like
The
that's
failing
fucking
hurts so much more with comedy
oh.
than it will if your painting sucked. And you didn't do that in front of a room full of people.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you get to fail in silence, in obscurity, and then you
Yeah,
only
yeah.
release it when you're ready, when it's ready. Whereas comedy, you have to fail in front of other people. That's part of it. So, yeah, it fucking sucks. Don't be a comedian. It sucks. I'm only doing it because I can't not do it.
Guess that's what makes you a comedian. That's what makes comedians. Yeah, so just thinking about the whole Dead Room thing, you came at it at a very academic angle. So you got funding for Dead Room
Hmm.
through some like arts scholarship, arts fund, right?
So it's a business plan competition.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're like,
So
we're a business.
yeah, well, me and Elliot both got our degrees in economics from Fort Lewis.
Okay.
And then so they were putting on the business plan competition while we were in school. So like we already knew about it from being in the business school. And then I emceed it my last year, my senior year, which was super fun. It was like my first like a like professional MC gig, and I got a grade on it. So like one of the business plan competition is a 3 credit course that is put on by the students at Fort Lewis. So and I took that class, and so I got that was a part of my tourism degree, my minor. So yeah, it was just like we already knew about it, and we're like, why not? If we're gonna do this, why not use this as an opportunity to add a little bit of structure to this idea? And then we did it well enough that we won. It's always
Yeah,
nice to
yeah.
win.
Yeah.
You
Well, they're
know,
probably like comedy. Yeah. I mean, it's a great like angle. It's like fresh, it's
because
new, it's
people haven't
hip.
done it. You know
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean? Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and then so we just continue to do stuff like that. I mean, we won best show at Denver Fringe. I
Right, yeah,
mean,
because you guys do like a play, essentially.
yeah, yeah. I would say yeah.
Well, yeah, because
Um,
it has a structure, right? It's all around like trauma. I can't. Jeff Stonick
it was dead
talked about it.
inside, yeah,
So,
and it was trying to make audiences laugh with the things that make us cry was like the tag, and yeah, it was sort of like Jeff really directed that. where like what are we doing when it was stand up intermixed with like some character work, and then I screamed a poem that was honestly it felt great to do it. It felt very dramatic. And then we ended it with a musical number that we sang. It was really fun. I really enjoyed that. And after that, I mean,
So, but you guys would have different things that you, different traumas you talk about each one, right? So, like,
yeah,
if you were leading it, it would be something about that made you cry, right? And
yeah,
then
yeah.
Jeff
So I
would have
talked
something
about
that
my
made him
dead
cry.
mom.
Yeah,
So
so it was like it's
yeah,
different versions in a sense.
exactly that. Yeah. So we all took that premise and then we all wrote a 10-minute set
And then
based
you
on the
all did kind
premise.
of little sketches, for lack of a better, vignettes around that.
Well, that was the year that we did a sketch a week too, and so we had just an abundance of sketches that we had already filmed. To
About
start,
trauma or just around?
well, we did it about everything, but of course
Okay.
we did touch on trauma as well,
Okay.
and so we were able to incorporate that into the show, and so it was just like we were working on different stuff, and we were just able to use this as a thing. There was one night where we had like 110 people in a place that had a capacity for like 70. So like people were like standing in the back,
That's feel
and
good.
it was crazy. And yeah, man, it was super fun. I'm a big believer in projects to make you better, to make you grow. Because they're hard. And
Well, most
they're
comics wouldn't even
doable.
think of that as like a something that would make them better at comedy. They're like, I'm not doing a play. Like,
Well,
I
first of
want to
all, I'm
do
not
my
most
jokes.
comics,
Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure.
but two, like I think they should. I think I like I said, like all my best opportunities came from shit that I I created for myself, and so there is something about that aspect of it. If you are tired of waiting for people to sort of recognize you and give you that validation, if you believe in yourself, you can create that validate, and you're talented enough, you can create that validation for yourself by just doing it and creating it for you. I mean, and it's fun. It really is fun to like try new things. I don't know. I don't know. I There's something like Funny Final Four with Comedy Works where it's been done a bunch and a bunch of different ways. And that one,
It's a competition at Comedy Works.
yeah, and it feels like more like a producer competition than anything.
Yeah, because local comics, they choose pick teams and then they produce shows at Comedy Works, just for the audience who doesn't know. That's all.
Sure,
Trying
absolutely.
to explain to them. Yeah.
Yeah, and when I went into that, like I had like a full Excel sheet. Like I went through every comic that had done Comedy Works, and then I had separated them as men, female, and people of
Wow.
color.
Brilliant making lists, huh?
And then I was
Kind
like
of
pulled a
list
bunch.
guy over
I
here.
I ended up getting to like a top 50,
Emerson's list.
and everybody that was in my top 50 did get selected for a team, and I got everybody on my team for yeah.
Okay. I mean, I was on your team. That's fine.
I forgot about
I was on
that.
Andres' team. That's fine.
Yeah. No, you got selected for a team.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
I was
okay.
on
See,
the team.
yeah,
Yeah,
you're on
yeah.
my
I
list.
was on. Oh, well, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did think you cheated on that first one. I mean, you just
Oh.
kind of made out with one of your guys on there.
Oh yeah, we
Kinda-
cheated by doing something that inspired something in the audience. Fuck out of here,
Yeah.
dog! What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh,
Oh, you
it's
cheated.
a manipulative.
You. Oh, you
Nah,
made the
just-
audience feel emotion. Oh, you cheated.
Yeah, you're
Shut
supposed to make them
up.
laugh, not
Shut up,
not
dog.
sexually aroused by making out with people
Oh
on
man, if you don't think that laughter and sexual arousal are connected, then I feel bad for your wife.
stage. You leave my wife's name out of your mouth, okay? Please.
I didn't say her name.
Well, okay.
Okay,
enough,
I
fair
mean,
enough.
thank you.
Yeah. Oh, can you get into a little bit about when the Fringe Fest play was about you or was about you? You're talking about your mom a little bit. Let's talk about that. What
Yeah.
was there?
Yeah, no, yeah, this is like right when I got into the scene.
In
Working
Denver?
in Denver, yeah, I was working in finance at an affordable housing place. I was like working out, and I got a call from one of my mom's friends, and she's like, "Hey, you got to get down here." And so I had just seen her that past week, and we had just come back for the first time since leaving Denver. It was like 4 months after we graduated, and got our asses kicked by the open mic scene, but we were better comics for it, and so we were able to just have a nice show. And she like bought us all beers, and she's like, boys, if you want to be good at this comedy thing, what you got to do is you got to write all the time. And then yeah, it was like a week later after that, I was back just living life, and got the call that she had fallen into a coma, and that was like in October. So yeah, like 4 years ago now, and yeah, I went down, and she was in a rough state, and we tried everything and reached out for a transplant. She needed like a lung transplant,
Oh shit.
and she was like a smoker, and she was diabetic, and nobody really wanted to take a chance on her, and so I had to make the decision to, we had talked about it before, but I had to make the decision to take her off of life support, and
Whoa.
so like I've never killed anybody before, then, and to kill this person that I loved, yeah, it was pretty rough,
That's how
man.
you're framing it. You're like, I killed this person.
I mean, I still feel incredible guilt, and
Sorry, I did not know this was this heavy.
yeah,
I thought it was not. I'm sorry if I didn't mean to force you into
no, not at all.
going to this place.
If I wasn't comfortable talking about it, I wouldn't talk about it.
All right, okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's this time of year too. She fell into a coma in October, and I took her off of life support in December. So
But you guys had established that's what she wanted.
yeah, so we had talked about it. Funny enough, that's that summer before, right before I went off, and she had been really big about like I don't really want to be that burden to my family, and by the time I made the decision, she had been in a coma so long that it would have been really rough if she were to ever come out of it.
Right, right.
And there's just no signs of improvement, and all sorts of things, man. It was like a winter night. Drove down there from Denver, and yeah, it was the
To
hardest thing
Arizona.
ever. No, it was down in
Oh,
Durango.
okay. I thought you said you're from Arizona.
I'm from
Or
Arizona, but
right.
yeah, she'd been living in Durango. We went to school together.
You and your mom went to school
Uh-huh.
together.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she graduated the semester before me.
Oh, wow.
And so she was still living in Durango. Yeah. I good old Rhoda Skeet. Miss her. She was funny. She made friends really quickly. And she was always like the life of the party. Um and she like for my graduation ceremony, I just started doing comedy down as a baby comic down in Durango. She did like a set. She did like 5 minutes, which was nice. Very sweet.
Was it funny?
It was. It was. I was worried it wasn't gonna be, but yeah, she got him, which is nice. Yeah, it was nice, man. So I was really hurting, I guess, is my point.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
I can imagine.
and so that whole next year, a lot of my stuff was geared towards that, and Dead Inside was just a nice opportunity to sort of release it. Yeah, I did a narrators episode this year that sort of goes about it, if anybody's interested, and hearing how I was like at the end of it. Because then out of that, like my partner now, Rachel, she's an adult orphan. Both of her parents have died. We're the same age, and so her mom died from cancer, and her dad died shortly after taking care of his wife with cancer for 10 years. He died like 2 years after that, and so it's interesting how like uh, just the sense of trauma, it became very attractive to me. So yeah. But I fell in love with somebody that could understand how much I was hurting, I guess. You know?
Yeah, yeah. You're looking for understanding and
Yeah, empathy.
somebody who gets it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. That is a rough one.
Yeah, are your parents alive?
Yeah.
Well, you can go fuck yourself. I'm just kidding.
So that's how you make it funny.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So I mean, it's a lot of trauma, a lot of emotions.
Yeah.
So how would you go about making that funny in the show? And then you might want to just come at a little bit of an angle. You're getting a lot of glare on your glasses here from the
My
light.
glasses.
I mean, you're just telling this traumatic story, and all I'm seeing
That's
is
so
the
funny.
reflection in the light, and I'm like, this might not be what he wants.
Yeah, well, there's so much grease on this too, Like I
Just say to pizza.
that'd be funny. Got popcorn on my hands. Yeah, I mean, you find jokes about it. I did some jokes about, um, I did never knew she was bisexual until I was dating this girl that she had already dated, and then,
Whoa,
like, that's how I
what?
found out and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta bring some of that back because I feel like I'm a better comic, I can make it tighter now, you
Yeah, yeah,
know?
that's
Um, yeah, and then, yeah, just did some,
so you and your mom had sex with the same lady?
yeah, I'm asking my bros with my Mo's. Yeah,
Whoa.
dog, yeah, it's nice.
It's nice?
I mean, it's hard to do it
I
outside
mean,
of
it's
Alabama.
it's different,
Yeah.
different things you're doing with the lady, so it's hard to
Yeah.
compare. It's not like if you and your dad had fucked the same person, it'd be, like,
Yeah, whose dick is bigger?
easier to compare,
Yeah.
yeah, experiences.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you could I mean, it's like, you could
Like, "Hey, your son doesn't know how to use that tongue."
yeah, which, she gonna coach me through it? I
I
don't know.
mean,
What do you
she's like,
think?
"I liked how your mom did this. Could you do that?"
Yeah, I mean, I didn't develop a last we neither of us developed a lasting relationship with this girl, so it wasn't like we
Oh,
were
well.
bringing her in to,
Wasn't true
like
love, huh?
no, it wasn't.
Be
Uh,
weird Thanksgivings.
just a pretty white girl, you know what I mean? That
Yeah.
struck the fancy of both of us at different
I didn't
times.
mean to bring up Thanksgiving, sorry.
The thing's taking, I think you're
Yeah,
alright,
sorry. It's like,
yeah,
probably doesn't do Thanksgiving dinner.
yeah. If your audience doesn't know, I'm Native American.
Yeah, I was gonna
That's
say, we
right.
didn't really establish that, but, go back and listen to the last episode.
Yeah,
You'll get all that
absolutely.
stuff.
Yeah, I'm a large Native man, long black hair,
Navajo Nation.
Navajo Nation. Got a big I was gonna say bushy mustache, but it's more like it's like creeping into my mouth. Like, I keep cutting
The
it
hair?
back. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a constant. You gotta cut that hair.
You have to cut it? Can I, like, wax it maybe?
You're not gonna keep a mustache if you wax it.
No, like, put wax in it to,
Oh,
like,
you
so that
could, but then you
like
got fucking
pomade, I
wax and
guess.
stuff. I mean, that's a big chore.
Is it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I just wanna train it to, like, go to the
I
sides.
mean, it's never gonna get that big, curly Q without the wax.
Yeah. Well, I don't want the curly Q. I just want it off my fucking I don't want it. It keeps getting in my mouth. This is really my
At
first
a certain
time.
length, it's gonna be getting in there.
I've only ever had mustaches, like, ironically, you know? And this is, like, the first one where I'm like, "Yeah, this is it.
Not ironic.
I'm just having a mustache right now."
Non-ironic
Yeah,
facial hair.
yeah.
And
How
how's it
long
feel?
um, I don't know. I feel like people give me more respect, but they, don't wanna talk to me, you know?
Thing.
Yeah.
Is that why you're like, "I you gotta bring down the energy?"
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
let's try that.
Yeah. I don't know. How long have you kept, what do we call this? A mustache? Is that a beard? Are we calling it a beard?
This is a great mustache, okay? You can make fun of the beard if you want, but the
Yeah.
mustache is pretty great. It's pretty on point.
Yeah.
It's the fullest thing I got going on my face right now.
Why don't you, shave the mustache? Or not shave the mustache, shave the beard and keep the mustache.
I like that the beard hides, a double chin, and it makes my face more ovally
Yeah,
versus
just but
round.
I mean, get the double chin out there, you know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna have one, just,
I mean, it's not like I'm
embrace it.
like, yeah, I'm proud of it. I'm not proud of it.
You're not proud of it.
Yeah, so
So it's like so your beard is like a shame cover.
it's just more presenting it in a better light.
Yeah.
It's like,
You put
putting
in a
on a
hat
nice jacket
put in
that's
a
got a
hat on
nice
it. Yeah, like a jacket that, like, it's, like, hard to hide your belly,
I
you
like
know
to
what I
think
mean?
of it as a nice vest that gives it some shape, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, some
I think about
shoulder
fashion.
pads for
Yeah,
your
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, because it's defining my chin, things like
Yeah.
that, yeah.
Yeah, changing the shape.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a fashion choice. It's an
Yeah.
aesthetic thing, primarily, yeah.
Yeah, when you look in the mirror, what's the first thing you think to yourself?
Usually my cheekbones are very high, I like my dimples.
Okay,
I think I have,
that's nice.
soulful eyes.
So, I mean
I just gave you full force right there, bro. How you
Yeah,
feeling? How
dog.
you
I
feeling?
violated a little
Oh, wow,
bit.
okay, well, you asked for it in a
That's
way.
true.
You, you
I
roll
didn't
back the
ask
tape,
for it.
you asked for it,
I
everybody.
didn't ask for it.
Yeah.
Maybe that's I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah, so I got heavier than I was
Yeah,
expecting, so, I mean, I appreciate you
yeah.
opening up on the pod and
Sure,
being, there's a lot there.
sure. I mean, it's part of who I am now, and
Yeah.
the big goal, man, is just to be better than I was a year ago, and I've consistently done that since I've lived in Denver, and so, like, I'm just trying to be better person, better It's just like understanding like my emotions are my own, like being more emotional intelligent, like being able to be a better partner and better comedian, better friend. Have less friends, but like the friends that I do have, like invest in them. You know what I mean? That
Yeah,
type of thing.
yeah, for sure. I understand that. Yeah, because I
Yeah.
definitely when I'm going out, I don't want to be friends with everybody. That's for
Fuck
sure.
no, man.
Thank you.
Dude,
Yes.
there's
Okay.
so many people that are I don't know.
Yeah, it's like I'd rather not have in my
Yeah.
life. For sure.
Yeah.
I
Hey,
respect that you understand that. You know.
yeah, I mean comedians are like just the island of misfit toys and some of them are Mitch is such a beautiful person. I love Mitch. Uh
Mitch Jones.
Mitch
Okay.
Jones.
It's like Mitch.
Mitch Hedberg. No. um and so and that he's so unique that it'd be hard to find him anyplace else besides in comedy. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And so like comedy's good for that in terms of bringing people together. But then there's like some people you're you're like it's weird. It's weird. I would never hang out with you unless we both did comedy.
Yeah, it's like more of like
Yeah.
only the circumstances brought us
Right.
together.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, oh for sure. I feel like that.
Yeah, and there's the other thing is where it's like everything like I'm in the zoo, like I do a whole bunch of other stuff in like art and like all these different places where like it's very easy for me to like be friends with the people around me. Like and with comedy, sometimes it really feels like people get mad when you're successful and
There's an envy, a jealousy there, yeah.
not to say I'm like so successful or anything like that. It's
You're
just
definitely
more that
forging your own path, and I respect that.
oh, thank you. I mean, that means a lot.
It's changed from envy to respect.
Thank you. Yeah. How long was it envy for?
Oh wow.
Okay.
I mean, it still
This
it
is
flares up. I mean, you got on. I mean, we talked about this at Paul Crowley's peach party about getting on high planes, and you got on, and
uh-huh.
I'm like, it's hard for me not to be jealous of that. Not you specifically, but just the comics that are getting on because I want it so much.
Yeah.
I want that acknowledgement in my hometown, kind of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, I want to get over that and just start forging my own path like you are. So. And
Mm-hmm.
I've been listening to a lot of like stoic stuff, a lot of Ryan Holiday shit about like, oh, you got to go off and do your own thing, and like if people think you're weird, like that probably means that's a good thing. So if
Yeah.
like comics thought like, oh, why is he fucking over here with a play, or like why is he fucking doing this over here in a business art thing, but like you've used that to get to where you are now,
Yeah, and all the different things make you better. You know, diversity of experiences. It's like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
good in, good out when it comes not to any type of art, but comedy's included in that.
Reminds me of the quote, all knowledge is self knowledge. All knowledge is self knowledge.
Yeah. Yeah, the biggest stoic in my life is my stepmother. Yeah, she is super
Interesting.
big into and my dad too, like he's always been really big
Her
about
name is Marcus Aurelius.
Marcus Aurelius. No, her I'm not gonna tell you her name.
That's fine.
Yeah,
It's
she
Seneca.
yeah, dude, she's a public defender and so she
Okay.
used to there's capital punishment is still legal in Arizona. So she used to um defend murderers that were on death row.
Don't we have the death penalty in Colorado?
I don't know. I don't yeah, look that up. I hope not. I nah,
Not for it, huh?
nah, no. It's all about vindication, like this idea, this emotional thing. I don't think it really provides real relief or healing or closure. I think all that stuff comes from within. And it's easy for me to say this because not a
No one's
victim.
murdered your
Exactly,
wife.
exactly.
Yeah.
Um,
It.
no, it
Uh,
does not. Yeah. See, in 2020, I got it. It's funny they abolished the
oh,
death penalty, and then in 2021 there was still a law on the books in Colorado where it was you were legally allowed to kill a native, and so they removed that in 2021. So I like how they
hey, they caught it.
yeah
They got it
like
eventually.
they're like oh whoops
Oh man, I'm sorry.
yeah.
Ooh, so
Yeah.
your stepmother, you think she embodies stoicism?
Yeah, anybody that can stand up to my father,
Has to be strong willed, huh?
Yeah, a great lawyer. Both of them are great lawyers, but
You're talking about the death penalty in Arizona, so she defends, or
yeah, no longer. I mean, she's like an executive for the public defenders now.
I don't know what that means.
So like you know what a public defender is, right?
It's like a lawyer that the state gives you.
Right. Well, usually the county.
Okay.
Um, and so like you have the ones that are doing they have a huge trial like caseload just because a lot of people get arrested, and
And can't
then
afford.
and then
other lawyers.
they get higher, and there's different departments like DUI and murder and all these things, and then you get higher up. There's people that manage the department, and then there's people that manage the managers, and so she's at the place where she's managing the managers. And so yeah, she's gonna retire soon, and
Oh, good.
yeah, has done a great service to Maricopa County. Yeah,
Right on.
yeah, it's cool. It's
No,
nice to
yeah, yeah.
have people that you look up to.
Yeah, and you like being of service. That's a big thing for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's yeah. That I mean, that's all influenced from good parents. I my dad, he is the most driven man I've ever met in my life. He um and is so like principled. He's Catholic, but like a liberal Catholic. Like he goes to Jesuit parish on purpose. Like he wants me to be gay just so he can be like, God is love. You know, I love you still the same. You know, like but he's also like pro-choice because the Pope says it. You know what I mean? And like
Mhm.
that's such a weird dynamic, but so smart. And it was rough like growing up just with expectations and his inability to sort of like know how to treat children. Like he knows how to treat like adults in general with like very very direct and stern. But I I he's a great man, and I feel like there's greatness in me because he's my father, you know?
Well,
So,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. But maybe that's why I love things like, plaques from the mayor
Well, yeah.
so
I mean, it's a
much.
big status symbol for sure. It's
Yeah.
something you could put on your wall, point to, and be like,
It's
"Dad,
true,
look what
man.
I did." You know?
It's true. I framed my article in the Denver Post. You know what I
Hey,
mean?
I mean,
Because
no, yeah. These are all fucking milestones that are.
yeah.
I mean, I'm envious and respect as well. I mean,
Yeah, it seems like there's still a little bit of both for
I mean,
you.
you know, it's mixed. It's mixed.
Right.
You know, not for you specifically, but I mean, just
Do you think like High Plains or
because I
like
think there's greatness in me.
yeah,
Yeah,
feed it.
I don't know if it's because of my
Feed
dad,
that
but
dog into you.
there's family stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
If you think there's greatness, go out and get it, man.
yeah.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna rob that bank.
who, well, I guess like who's stopping you from being great?
I'm a me.
Yeah, right. I mean, that's always the answer.
Yeah,
Not always, but usually.
yeah, yeah.
I guess like, do you think I don't deserve?
No,
That's
no,
the
it's not.
biggest question.
No, no, I don't think you. I mean, there's no thought that you don't deserve it. That doesn't
Okay,
enter my mind.
that's good. That's
I mean,
healthy.
that's not why the envy's there. I mean, you're like, wow, this guy's doing stuff. I could do stuff.
Uh huh.
I don't think. I mean, I remember you said you're better. You thought you were better than me in the lightning round questions, but I don't
Hmm.
believe you're better than me. So I
Yeah.
think that
Well,
that's
I could
something we
agree to
could
disagree.
agree to disagree, which is fine. Uh, that's neither here nor there, but joking around. But
Yeah.
I do respect everything you're doing, and that's these are all accomplishments that are like fucking dope. So
Yeah, they are really cool.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So
they're nice. But I mean, still got to pay rent. Still got to figure out how to be a comedian full time.
yeah, well,
So, I mean, that's the hard part.
yeah,
Coming.
we all have struggles. Well, let's round it third here on
Sure. Yeah.
just kind of
Sorry.
maybe a goofier, happier thing.
No.
You guys
No.
celebrate Halloween on the res?
Huh?
You guys celebrate Halloween on the reservation?
What's Halloween?
All Hallows Eve,
What's the reservation?
where you would go to every now and then when you weren't in your private school growing up.
I was only in private school for 2 years. That is such a white boy thing to say.
I was only in private school for 2
Yeah.
years.
All right. I was in private school for 2 years. Public
As you
school for
accept your
one.
plaque from the mayor.
Lived in Wales for the other. Yeah.
Do they
Yeah.
do that at all, or is that not?
Yeah, they do. They have to drive though, because like it's so far away between
Houses?
houses that they
Oh,
drive to
okay.
different houses and they'll walk up to the house and trick or treat.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
classic American experience.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I love Halloween. I think it's I think I love fall's my favorite season. Like I came from Phoenix, which only had 2 seasons. It was like winter and summer, and winter was great because it was pretty much just fall, in Phoenix. And so yeah, just to like actually see the colors change and have that nip in the air. I love it, especially here in a place like Denver because we have just a great color change for the city. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be doing anything fun for Halloween. Killers of the Flower Moon just came out. I think I'm gonna go see that after
Oh,
this.
yeah.
Um,
After this podcast.
yeah, absolutely, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, Alamo's just right there.
Do you love the Alamo?
It's great. Yeah. Are you subscribed to their like
We have
monthly?
a yeah, we do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I was talking to Michael Isaacs about this. It's like I was doing the AMC one, and it's just not as good of a deal as the Alamo one. And so,
Yeah.
yeah,
And then I like supporting more of like a local
they're not
thing.
local.
I
They're
mean, they
from
support local art
Austin.
stuff.
Yeah, that's true. They do.
I mean,
that.
yeah, they do have more of like a local
I also think they got bought out from their. I don't
thing.
think they're independent anymore. I think they got bought out.
Well,
I'm
they
not sure
still
that's
have
true, but
they still have like a local comedy show there. They still have a local thing.
yeah, Zach Moss. Shout out Zach. Zach Moss is releasing his album, and his cover art is beautiful.
Oh yeah,
You know,
you like that hippie shit?
I
He's
just
got
like
a
good
podcast
art.
called Hippie, not
Yeah,
Hippies.
yeah.
I'm trying to look up most popular Halloween candy by state here.
Okay.
Your Arizona.
Arizona. What do we got? Kisses? Lame, dog. What's Colorado? Milky Way delicious. Hot
Arizona's Hershey
tamales?
Kisses.
Ain't no way hot
New
tamales.
Mexico's hot tamales. I could feel it. Mexicans love hot candy.
Yeah, but there's a lot of
Yeah,
natives.
but-
There's a lot of natives there too, and they
I
love
mean,
chocolate.
Yeah, I love chocolate
Chocolate.
over spicy all day.
Skittles is vegan.
Milky Way in Colorado,
You don't like Milky Way?
not as much as like Twix.
Twix is delicious.
Fucking Twix is the best.
Yeah, because you got a cookie in there too.
Montana,
Yeah,
Twix
yeah.
is the best one.
Absolutely. Second M&M's. M&M's, I've never really bought M&M's
Oh yeah, they do a
anymore.
second and third. So second,
Yeah.
if for Colorado, is Hershey's Kisses. Why is Hershey's Kisses getting so?
It must be a holiday thing.
I
Is
think
that
if
a
they're-
Halloween candy?
I always
I
think
feel
of it
like
as more of
the
a Christmas. Yeah.
Thank you. We're on the same page on
And
this.
third is Twix here.
All
in
right, go back to
Colorado.
Arizona. I want to see
Arizona.
hot tamales.
Hot tamale second.
Yeah, you know, a lot of Mexicans. You were saying
Yeah,
that
yeah.
Snickers.
third.
Yeah.
Someone was saying branding for Snickers was just so good, but they don't think it's a good candy.
Really?
Which I like the peanuts. I like the peanuts and the caramel.
No, the nougat. That's what.
What? That's what you're into? Is the
Well, I'm just-
nougat?
That's what makes a
I
Snickers.
don't even know what the fucking nougat is.
Nobody does.
It's just like a fluffy.
I will say their branding in terms of like you're not you when you're hungry. Like I do feel less
those
hungry.
commercials are fucking on point.
Yeah. And just the idea of like it feels more filling than a Twix for whatever reason. And I think that's all branding in my head.
Yeah. Satisfy your hunger with the Snickers.
Yeah. Sour Patch Kids. That's also
Sour
vegan.
Patch Kids is in New York. Hot tamale second. Candy corn.
Candy
which
corn
is the worst of all
sucks.
Yeah.
And it's fine if you like it. Like I'm not gonna be mad
Florida
about it.
coming in strong with the Reese's.
Reese's, yeah, a little chocolate. Yeah, I'm a Butterfinger guy. What's that up in? Is that Minnesota?
Wisconsin.
Butterfinger, yeah. They did change the recipe though, and it is worse. I still like it, but just not as much as I did growing up. That's how you know I'm a
Tennessee
fat
Tootsie
boy, man.
Pops. Yeah, you can you recognize that they changed
Yeah,
the
exactly.
recipe of
Yeah.
butter candy bar.
Like you don't have opinions on both sides.
Yeah. That's Twix in Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Oh no, it's Alaska.
Hawaii's barely the United States, man.
Hershey's mini bars in Hawaii.
Give Hawaii back to the Hawaiians. Just
Dude. Well,
No.
it's like once you take the land, you're not giving it back, dude. You know, like that's
Especially
not
that
happening.
land.
That's
You
not,
know what I mean?
that's like
Yeah.
paradise.
It's
You know,
like-
like,
this-
sorry. I mean,
Yeah.
I feel bad.
Okay, good. I
mean, yeah, no one's giving shit back once they take it. You know, that's
Yeah.
it's bad.
I mean, it is what it is. You know, it's like you can assign morals to it, but I mean, to what use?
Thank you for.
I mean, I don't know.
And
I want to.
I was trying to find top Halloween candies just
I
of
don't-
this year.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even. Are you? How much did you already buy Halloween candy right now?
I was thinking at Costco they have full candy bars.
Oh, the big
Twix is
ones?
one of them.
Okay.
Peanut M&Ms is in there.
Are you trying to like buy the love of the kids around here by giving them
The
full
kids,
size?
I mean, there's only like a handful of kids that do come. I mean, and like
well, I mean, there's
we bought like
prostitutes
two
at the end of
big.
your street.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's right off Colfax, and
Yeah.
we're not in the neighborhood. If you go a block more down,
Yeah.
that's like the neighborhood.
Okay.
Yeah, we're still like I feel like our block is still like
You're the bumper
Colfax.
zone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a halfway house like a block away from us, so it's
Oh,
like
okay.
it's a weird Let's just say when I had Lewis Johnson on, he recognized my neighborhood.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
he was like, "Oh yeah, I used to park right at the
You had Lewis
house
Johnson
next to
on?
you." Yeah, a couple years ago.
That's a big get.
Big Lou?
I love. He's very very funny. He was gonna
Yeah,
be.
yeah.
He was gonna be doing comedy in Ball Arena, and then they scratched him out for whatever reason. I want to know what the reason was.
Whoa, he was gonna do comedy in Ball Arena?
At halftime and during the Nuggets game. Yeah, and then I was all
The
excited
Mexican
for
dude.
it. Yeah.
The Lou.
Oh no, I'm thinking. Who am I thinking?
You're thinking of Fluffy.
No, I'm thinking of Black.
Lewis Black.
No. It's a black guy on the radio, Lewis Johnson. I thought that's who I was thinking of.
There's a
Here in Denver.
yeah.
I think his
I know
name
who you're
is
talking
his
about.
name's Lewis Johnson, isn't it?
Yeah. I think there's a Lou.
Who are you talking
I'm
about?
talking about Lou.
Are you talking about?
Louis Martinez?
Yeah, that's a
Did I
different
say
person.
Louis Johnson?
You did say Lewis Johnson.
Oh, my
Do you
bad.
see?
Yeah, where the confusion was.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. I've talked to Louis Johnson. I've been on shows with him.
Yeah. Has he been on here?
No.
That's different.
I've asked him. He said he would be, and then I never backed it up.
Do it. Have you had Adam Caton Holland?
Yeah, I've had ACH on.
Oh,
He's
nice.
been in this room.
In this here?
Yeah, he dropped coffee on this carpet.
No kidding. ACH in
Yeah.
here, huh?
Yeah, I've had Ben Roy. I've had all the Grolix except Andrew.
Why not Andrew?
He's the hardest one to get hold of.
That's because he's the one that, he lives just like a happy life now.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
He's never been on.
I'm a bad
Not
example.
here, baby. You're an open book to me.
Man, if it's gonna, yeah. Anytime you're on a podcast is a chance to clip it up, baby. All right, this is content.
Yeah,
okay?
for sure. And I do appreciate you coming on so I can clip you up for content.
Yeah, that's right. Clip me up, baby.
I
Make
will.
them cry. Can I? Maybe I'll have to ask this off air. I just wonder where your downloads are at. That's all.
The podcast downloads. I haven't looked at in a while because we've got the network does. Most
okay.
Of But the YouTube ones, not a lot.
Not a lot.
The clips do fairly well.
Okay.
In the hundreds of views for like the last reel I did with Evan Johnson. Not Evan Johnson. Sorry, Evan Joe.
Damn, you've been.
There's a lot of people. I met a lot of people.
A lot of people in the world.
A lot of people.
They got 7 billion people. Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that one's gone up. That has the most views of any reel I've done. So,
How
like
many?
clip. It was like in the 500s the last time I looked.
Okay.
It's not. I mean, I'm not doing millions, but you got to start
With
somewhere.
that attitude.
You got to start somewhere. Each one just a little bit closer.
I don't know, man. My favorite candy is Butterfinger. It's not as good now. I love Twix, but I ate it too much during the pandemic, and now I don't.
Okay.
Dude, I live right next to a 7-Eleven during the pandemic, and so like my favorite like sweet candy that's not chocolate are those sweet tarts that are chewy. They're giant, big circles. They're big. Have you seen those? You know what I'm talking about?
No, but I just like got the mouthfeel when you're talking about it. I could just like feel it in my jaw.
Delicious.
So number 1, 10 most popular candies in America for 2023.
Let's go down the
Reese's, number 1. M&Ms. I like peanut M&Ms.
Yeah.
Hot tamales, number 3. Huh.
There's a lot of Mexicans in the
we're
United
sleeping
States.
on hot tamales.
I've had them before.
Yeah, they're fine.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not my go-to. I'd rather have chocolate.
Chocolate.
Skittles.
Vegan.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Sour Patch Kids.
Also vegan.
Starbursts.
Also vegan.
Hershey's
I don't know
Kisses.
about that. What if
candy corn. How's candy corn making this list? This is a fucking legacy
yeah,
pick here.
Absolutely. Like, what would you have instead of candy corn for number 9?
Twix.
How's Twix not on there?
Twix isn't on here.
Twix is better. Twix should be top 5.
Yeah, Twix. I love the fucking
Butterfinger too. Man,
cookies and cream.
The cookies and cream Hershey?
Yeah.
I think it's overrated. I don't like white chocolate though.
I like that one.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah.
Kit Kats.
Kit Kats.
I like a good wafer.
Wafer. I do love a good wafer. A good sugar wafer.
It's just
Oh yeah, that one I would like break apart and like eat the top of the wafer first, and then like.
I like getting the 4-pack and then eating it like a rake because I know you're supposed to snap it, but I
Yeah.
like just like getting in there.
Straight in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love a good wafer. I been getting Oreos, but I've been getting Oreo thins, and with the less icing, it's better for me. I
You
guess
like the cookie,
I like the cookie, but
the
I like a little
biscuit,
bit of icing. You
the
know what I mean?
biscuit.
But too much icing, like that's why
You're not going double stuff
I
though.
never loved the double stuffed.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, love's a strong word.
yeah,
Yeah.
are you a double stuffed guy?
No, I would go for it when I was younger because I wanted more, and I thought that was better.
Yeah,
I fell for the
pure
marketing.
American right there.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
that's
Yeah, dude, I fucking
yeah.
that's what gets me up in the morning,
Yeah, yeah. Single stuff JD, that's what they call you. That's
Well, you are what you eat, so maybe I should go thins or minis, maybe.
minis.
Yeah.
I feel like you eat more
Dude,
when you
I
get
like the
minis.
ones that have like the fudge coating.
Yeah.
They're regular stuff, but they have the fudge coating on them. Have you
That's a
had
very
those?
fat boy sentence to say, man. That's fucking
I mean, you haven't lived, my friend.
I mean, I'm a big ice cream guy. I like the peanut butter cups.
I
No,
got pints in the fridge.
points in the no. CityCast. I will go
They
on
won't
there
give it to you.
as
They're
much as
not paying you.
possible, man. It's so fun.
Oh yeah, I mean, I love your segments. You do such great work.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's hard. Because it's like you have to be reactive to because it's their show.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
And so
And they hold themselves to a high standard.
Yeah.
It's like news coverage.
I'm just hoping to get another fun one. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
What's a fun one I can pitch to Paul? Like I was
Holidays are coming up. Maybe like what it's like to be on holidays on the res.
maybe not. I don't think it needs to be native. I think it needs to be Denver. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
all right.
So like we can go to like maybe like a Christmas market or something like that.
Ooh, yeah, that could be fun.
I had this thought coming over here. It'd be cool if we could do something for opening night Denver Nuggets, but it'd be so like if we could use if they can get credentialed, and then that's a way that I could go watch the trophy.
You just want to watch
Yeah.
this. Yeah, because I remember on the last podcast you were talking about watching Jokic practice.
I love
And like that
that
was like a soothing thing for
because
you.
I don't have that job anymore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They're like, we win championships now. Get out of
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. No, the Memory Makers one I left just because I was just I just wanted to try different things. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
that's something like you have to be there pretty constantly. And then I got the call that they're going in a different direction next season with the Mammoth, and that one fucking hurt, man. That's how I
Because you
felt.
were announcing?
Yeah, I was doing like the "Are y'all ready for lacrosse?"
Yeah,
You know
dude,
what
I
I mean?
love a good indoor lacrosse game.
So I was like an energy host
Okay.
type thing, and I would
Yeah,
do
yeah.
like the openings, and then I had a segment where we did stuff. But yeah, I was also like I don't come from radio, and that's where a lot of those guys come from.
Yeah. Like, doesn't like Uncle Nasty do
Yeah,
the announcing?
I'm Big Rob does the announcing.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, I thought he was there one time when I was there. but
yeah.
This was a long time
he
ago,
used
too.
to do it,
Yeah, that
and
was a while ago.
then Big Rob does it now, and they used to call him Big Slob when he first got because people really liked Uncle Nasty. But yeah, it sucks because it's like,
Uncle Nasty, local radio DJ. Doesn't go by Uncle Nasty anymore.
what does he go by now?
His name, I guess.
Oh,
Yeah, because he's on 103.5, The Fox.
103.5.
He used to be on
The Fox.
107.9.
Yeah. Yeah, my co-host was Katie Mitchell. She is on 101 something. Forget what. But
Cozy 101?
Cozy
That's
101.
a big one.
Yeah.
They do the holiday music.
Yeah.
Ooh, maybe you guys could do something with holiday songs.
Holiday
I'm just thinking
songs.
those are coming up, so like that's something fun with the
Yeah,
holidays.
yeah. I something. Yeah, there was like a
Ooh.
uh,
And you were in the military, you could take Paul to a shooting range and show him how to use a gun.
oh, that's fun.
He would be so uncomfortable.
Oh my god. Yeah, he would break his shoulder. And then
Because he's a waif of a man.
yeah, and I
a
think
little
Bree would
vegan.
like it too much. You know? Yeah. I I wanted to go. They were having this like cheese lovers mac and cheese lovers festival that costs $95 to get in.
Oh, shit.
It's like unlimited like food and
I
drinks.
got you're trying to use it just to get into things. Like, I want to get into Nuggets games. I want to fucking get into mac and cheese festivals.
That is funny. Yeah. But I mean, what else? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Tell the stories.
It's got to be a little for you, you know?
Yeah.
One for me, one for you.
Yeah, maybe something with they're doing gay cowboys at it's just called Cowboys, but it's about homosexuality and queerness and cowboy culture at the Museum of Contemporary Art. Maybe something around that. They're doing something with Greg Deal, and Greg Deal's like the big, like if you want to talk about like a Native American artist that is like super well respected in different like mediums. Yeah, Greg Deal. Then it'd be like Daniel C. Walker, and then Walt Poirier. Yeah. Mm. Hopefully me someday. Trying to get that.
Yeah, and then Joshua Emerson.
Yeah.
You go by the full name?
N-
Joshua?
I mean,
Josh.
I say Josh Emerson now when people are like, just so that people, because it truly doesn't matter to me, but people want a selection. You know what I mean? They want that, like, if they ask you, they want you to say one or the other.
Yeah.
You know? So,
Yeah.
oh, I also went through to the finals of the New Faces.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought this was the first thing you were going to say. Honestly, I'm
Oh, yeah. Well,
pissed.
I did see it the other day.
Yeah. It was good, man. I'm doing this thing where I'm wearing a shirt with my face on it.
Yeah, I did see that.
which I think annoys every other like competitor, but I don't know. It's a funny bit.
Hey, you got to get in their head somehow.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm doing more stories now than posts. So I feel like I get more interaction that way.
Oh, it'd be on the Comedy
Stories.
Works
Yeah.
one.
Oh man, look at that Instagram though, man. All those.
Look at that young buck.
Yep. Yeah, what do we got? Oh, 2,000. That's bad for OnlyFans. But the other one got like 90, which is nice.
See, you're into numbers here. You want the numbers thing.
Yeah.
Oh, attaboy right there.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Yeah, we were just talking about that.
Sam Town. Hello, if you'd like to stick it to Amazon and also have Audible download Attaboy for free, link below. Thank you. I'll definitely have to do that
How was that sticking it to
because you don't have to
Amazon?
pay for it. He's giving it to you for free
Oh, okay.
because he's already got paid for it.
Yeah, I think you only do.
Lucha Libre Laughs. I live right by there, and I still didn't go last night.
Oh, was that last night?
Yeah. I also wanted to attend.
There it
Hey,
is.
there's the boy. Look at
Got
that
it.
mustache. Yeah. Yeah, it was a tough night last night too.
Who was your toughest competition, you think?
In there, I think Elon has a really good shot to win it. He's
Elon
already
Stripling?
Yeah, he's already gone through to the finals.
Doesn't he host there already?
He's passed, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, a lot of people are like Corey David was on this show and he didn't go through, obviously, 'cause I did. But yeah, a lot of people that are passed already are still competing that haven't won it yet.
Right, yeah.
And so yeah, dude, my first night was fucking stupid. It was on my show was Brian Sullivan, Sammy Anzer, Liv Carter, and none of them went through because Lou Ferris crushed and so did Sam Elfson. And so it was just like it was a really bad night when like all those people are definitely semifinals. Some of them, I think Sammy could have got to the finals if he went a different bracket. You know what I mean? Brian Sullivan too. Liv too. All of them. Like, yeah, Jacob went through to the finals, which is on his birthday.
Oh, yeah. Good for him.
Yeah. And then who else? Oh yeah, Elliot. Yeah, 2 Dead Room Boys are in the finals.
Yep, Elliot. Yeah, I saw
Elliot
him.
and then Chanel. Jake to Pizza. Good for him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he beat Patrick Scott. I was rooting
Oh
for
really?
Patrick, yeah.
No kidding. But
And
that
then
wasn't the last
Andreas,
night.
I think, is coming up. Or
I was about to
maybe
say
he's already on it.
they both got the South show, right? That they can get
Mm.
through on.
I thought no, I think that's done for both of them at this point. But always rooting for my chupacabros.
No, I think they still got the South show.
Because don't they do one and then the other, like you do it the same
So
week?
so if you look at this one right over here with Chanel and Elliot, so they had already done the South show, and that's the one that Jacob went through on, and then Chanel and Elliot. So Chanel won that night at downtown, and then Elliot did the best on the 2 shows combined, and that's how he
Oh.
went through. And so that's how they're doing it now for this year.
Interesting.
Yeah. So
Did you bring a lot of people to the show? You think?
I brought fucking nobody, man.
Okay, so yeah.
My girlfriend was there.
there's
I
that.
promoted it a little bit, but nobody really cares about the semifinals. More, I think maybe some people might come for the finals, but I'm not sure. I don't know. Hey, if you're listening to this and you're not doing anything November 8th, come out, see a show. The best comics in Denver made it to the finals. You can 20 free tickets. You can get tickets using saying you're there for Josh Emerson. You just have to laugh only when I'm on stage.
Yeah, don't vote for other people.
Yeah. It's good money too. What, 500 for third, 1,000 for second, 15 for first. So
Oh wow.
you should get Just got to get third, man. I mean, hopefully. It'd be nice to win, but
Yeah, you could go all the way, buddy.
yeah, it'd be tough to get fourth, you know?
Well, I'm rooting for you on this
I don't
one,
think they would
alright?
tell you if you got fourth.
They might not. They might.
Yeah.
Would that encourage you or discourage you?
If I got fourth,
Yeah, and they told you.
I wouldn't want to know.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's like, because you find out you get third, you still get $500. That really lightens the blow of, having two people beat you. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
You're still
sure,
walking
yeah.
away. I mean, just to get in the finals is amazing. I really
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
dope about it. Who do you think is going to win?
I don't know who's part of it. I mean, who's besides you?
Yeah. On this, on my section, Gabby, has a good chance, I think, of going
Gabby's
through. Corey, Johnny Bravstein, I think, has a good chance of getting through on my.
What do you mean getting through?
So we still have to all do even though I went through, I still have to go down and do another set at the South Club. I mean, I
Such a
love.
chore.
I know. But yeah, I'm doing just crowd work, just new material.
Oh wow.
You know.
Yeah, what a risk.
No, I'm already through.
Yeah. Well, I mean, still people don't really do crowd work at these kinds of shows. So
Wow, what a great opportunity.
yeah, I mean, you're forging your own path for sure.
Yeah. Thank you so much for having me on. I really
Okay,
appreciate
yeah,
you.
you're wrapping it up,
Yeah.
huh? You're done.
What do you want to talk about?
Gabby's great. I think she could win it. Well, right now my money's on you to win the whole thing.
Thanks,
You know,
man. Do you
so-
mean that?
Yeah, yeah.
Thanks, man.
I think you
That means
got a good
lot.
chance.
I don't know. Who
Yeah.
else?
Yeah, I don't know
Oh,
about
Jason fucking crushed on my night.
Jason
I had to follow him
Ellis.
too.
Jason Keys?
Jason Alexander, that white boy who's technically enrolled. Nick, I think has a great chance to win the whole thing.
Oh, did he move on to the finals?
No, he's still in this and trying to
Lizzie, tough competition always.
Yeah, that wild card was hella hard. Yeah,
But-
there's just so many good comics in the scene right now.
A lot of good people, yeah.
Yeah, there's 200 people, and there's like Salma didn't enter, Alec wasn't in it. You know what I mean? Like there's like because she's off to New York.
Yeah.
There's just like
Because they left.
yeah, good for them.
Yeah, good for them.
Yeah, more spots, baby.
Yeah, I think when people think, they're like, if we can't get Selma Zaki, we're gonna get JD. I'm probably the next one in their
No,
thoughts.
I think it's probably like Tanya Sabrina.
Yeah, she's great. She's fine.
or like Leah Altoff
Althoff.
or Helen. I think it was like we can't get Samazaki. What's another funny girl? I think that's.
No, okay, not me.
I mean, I think if they're like we can't get Andreas Besserell, they're like
Then they think of me?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, at least they're thinking of me. Yeah. So, yeah. I was just gonna say, hey, come check out Comedy State at the Video Star, November 16th. Maybe do a
I'll be doing it.
Thanksgiving themed videos. Maybe come and check it out.
Oh yeah.
You want to do the 16th?
Wait, which
Look,
one am
yeah.
I doing?
Well, I asked you if you want to do this month, but I mean, you got back to me too late.
I see. Which
'Cause
one
I
am I
had some
doing?
people-
I'm doing it.
I had some people
I
drop
thought it was in
out.
November. Was it? Am I doing the one in December?
It's funny you brought up Michael Isaacs because he dropped out.
Did he?
Yeah.
Well,
And I'm
he's-
pissed about it. So
Are you?
I'm gonna get out. Yes, I'm pissed about
Why?
it because I had a killer lineup.
Who
and he
else was
fucked
on the
me
lineup?
it. He fucked me on it.
Who
I
else
had
was-
Mitch Jones. I had
Nice,
Andres Besserell,
nice.
Michael Isaacs, and Gabby Gutierrez Reed.
That's nice.
I know that's a great
Hey,
lineup.
you hit the people of color. You hit the,
I
hit the
just getting
female
all that- yeah,
demographic.
and they're all great, super
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
And then he fucked me. So, thanks, Michael.
All right. Who can you get instead of Michael? You should.
Well, I will reach out to you. You
James
didn't-
Draper.
No, I got. I mean, this is not that I didn't want to book these people eventually.
Yeah.
I mean, Harrison Garcia is just going to take a spot
Oh,
because it was
Harrison.
easy. Yeah, and Lizzie
Oh.
Wolfson's going to be on it now.
Wait, so you added 2 more people with what? This is
Well,
Michael Isaacs
Gabby
also dropped
is,
off.
Yeah, well, yeah, it was for her birthday. I guess he wanted to get buy her tickets to her favorite.
That's why you're
band on her
mad.
fucking birthday.
It's not even just that Michael is canceling on the show.
That
he's
he took
also-
both of them.
He
Yeah.
took both.
Well, yeah. So yeah, he really fucked me. He double fucked me. Yeah.
Don't be mad that he's
Why?
being a good boyfriend.
He's not being a good
What do you mean
boyfriend
he's not being a good boyfriend?
because he did it on my night.
He's doing it. He's doing something for her birthday.
Hey, great, cool, awesome.
my
yeah,
God.
I want Gabby
Oh
to be
my
happy on her birthday.
God.
So cool.
Yeah, this is what you should clip right here. All right. This is
Yeah. I mean, just really calling out Michael Isaacs
for doing something. They
for
were
doing something
so
nice.
cute together.
Yes,
too,
it's great.
man.
I mean, are they public?
Who cares?
Well, if I don't want to clip it if they're not public, and then
I think
And
they're
then-
public because he posted a
does he
happy
hold her hand in
birthday,
public? Are
Gabby
they Facebook?
Kadir's.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't know if
'cause
they're
he said happy
Facebook, but-
birthday to her.
Well, he did like a
Public?
whole thing. He did like a whole like there's like pictures and videos and stuff like that for like a story, and then
Okay.
she reposted it. I don't know. Yeah, go see if they're public.
Yeah, if they're Facebook official, then
All right, lives in Denver. Oh, there's nothing.
No.
Go to the about.
About.
All right, what's it say? No relationship info to show. That's classic Michael Isaacs.
Well, I guess I'll message him and be like, "Hey, just a quick question, no reason."
Yo.
Hey, you know how you dropped out of my show pretty not last minute, but also not super after I made the posters.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, just
So yeah, I don't know if I'm digging a hole where I have to like cut all this out, or if I'm gonna have to fucking.
just clip it, but like just bleep out their names over and over again. That's.
I also mentioned it on the last pod. So anyway,
Did you?
Yeah.
This has really bugged you. See,
well,
this
yeah,
is-
because it fucks
this-
me. I have to fucking get people to. I mean, it makes more work for me.
This is like I think what holds you back is that these things get at you, man.
Well,
And
because
like,
it creates more work for me.
so what?
So
Do more
what?
work, man.
I'm doing it. Yeah.
All right,
but
quit
doesn't
being
mean
a
I don't
big
have to
baby
be-
about it,
I mean,
okay?
it's also content, so
Yeah. That's true. That's right. Yeah, yeah. You want to have a reaction.
There's
to
a
something.
balance here.
Yeah. Dang, look how much more hair you had back then. I'm sorry, that was mean. That was
It's just pulled back now. It's the same amount of hair. That was a couple years ago.
Back when where are the hats at? You know, look at all these hat boxes I see over here.
Those are hat boxes.
Pretty sure those are
Guy
all.
doesn't know shape of hats. Okay.
All right, hat boxes are square. Yeah.
No, they're like round with like kind of a pyramid shape on them.
What type of Victorian store you shop in to buy your
I
hats
go to
at?
haberdasheries, my friend.
Haberdasheries.
Yeah, I go to specific hat stores.
That's really who should get to sponsor the show.
I mean, I would love to.
That's
tried.
that's great branding. I mean, because you've done the footwork in terms of
Yeah.
becoming the hat guy in different comedy scenes.
Yeah, people recognize the hat more than they do me.
It's authentic. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was just at. My wife and I were at Dairy Queen. We're getting some blizzards. All right, Tuesday night. This guy comes in. He goes, "You wear the hat, right?" It's like, "Oh, I recognize you from Comedy Works. You talent night. You're wearing the
You
hat."
wear the hat.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, you needed to start going full stovepiot. You know what I mean? Start getting crazy
Just a
with
top
it.
hat, just way
Yeah,
different
just-
hats. Because then I'm a prop comic at that point. I don't
You're
wanna do
already
that.
a prop
I'm
comic,
not
baby.
a prop comic.
That's a big
I
ass
do
hat.
two jokes about the hat because I can't not acknowledge the hat.
It's because it's huge. It's
Well,
a
I mean,
beautiful
big
hat.
It's a great hat. Yeah.
And then you have the other one that's just felt, but that's also fucking huge. You know?
I mean, the hat. Yes, a hat is going to be bigger on your head than not wearing a hat. Yes,
yeah. Why don't you have a cowboy hat?
I have a cowboy. That is a cowboy hat.
But like a real one.
That is a real one.
like a traditional one.
I don't like the brim on the traditional ones.
Oh,
That's
okay.
a cowpuncher one. Is it's a traditional brim.
Yeah. Navajos, they wear like it's like a full circle. And then like a thing in there.
Yeah, it is more buckaroo style.
Buckaroo, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do want to eventually. I'm gonna pierce my ears first though. Start wearing turquoise at the
Ooh,
lobes.
Yeah, I was just talking. There's this at the Verizon store. My wife and I just upgraded our phones. All right. There's a
Quit bragging. Okay.
There's a guy there. He, native guy. He
How'd
was
you
wearing
know?
a bunch of. Well, he
Was
was
he
wearing a bunch of turquoise. He was wearing a bunch of turquoise and had fucking boots on. All right.
All right, you don't know if he's native or not. He could have just been gay. Okay.
Well, I asked him about it. He said he was from the Four Corners area. All right, because I was like, "Where'd you get all that turquoise?" And then he said the best places to get all the turquoise jewelry is at the pawn shops
Mm-hmm.
near
Gallup, New
Rez's.
Mexico. The Gallup, New Mexico specifically. Yeah.
Because I was like, "Damn, that is a fucking pro ass tip right there. I mean, kind of a predatory, but also, you gotta fucking get it where you can.
Yeah. Some of it is just natives, just needing alcohol money, but some
Or
of it
just,
is like they buy directly from the source and then they're selling it. So like this is true. Like you go to like Santa Fe or like Phoenix or any place that has like these native stores, or even Boulder up there. The natives, it's called Zuni up in Boulder. They go down to Gallup to the pawn shops and buy all their inventory and then go back up. And the markups on them,
yeah, it's
fucking
nuts.
insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I was like, that's a good tip, bro.
yeah. Or you could just, make some friends with some Navajo silversmiths.
Can you
That's where it's
introduce me?
cheaper. Yeah, I mean, I got a couple cousins. No, I'm not gonna introduce you to them. They're
Are
jerks.
you embarrassed by me? Okay. I was like,
No,
I thought it was about
I'm
me.
embarrassed by them.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Yeah. My native side of my family, love my uncle, love some of my cousins, but then there's just a lot of meh.
Yeah, I feel the same way about my family.
Yeah, which one?
No,
The
they're
brown
not
side or
all
the white
great.
side? You're
They're
half
not all
white,
great.
aren't you?
No, well, I mean,
That's what I've been telling people.
Portuguese, French, German. Yeah,
That's white.
Portuguese isn't white.
It
That's
is
Latin.
absolutely. It's spicy white at the best.
I mean, it is right off of the coast of.
It's in fucking Europe.
Yeah.
It's in fucking.
Yeah, but most Portuguese people. I mean, a lot of Portuguese people live in Brazil.
No, the Brazilians live in Brazil.
But there's a big Portuguese population in Brazil.
No, there's a big Brazilian population in Brazil.
Well, also Portuguese is right up there. It's like number 2. It's like the Twix to if we're going by the rankings of Halloween candies.
Yeah,
state.
they speak Portuguese in there, so of course there's gonna be like more Portuguese there than other
there's
places.
a lot of
They
Portuguese
colonized it
there.
and
Yeah, well,
everything. But when they colonized it, they were white, and so they continue to stay white. You know what I mean? Like, does that
fair skinned? Spanish are fair skinned.
yeah, we call them Caucasian.
No,
from the
you
mountains
wouldn't
of
call a Spanish guy Caucasian.
I would
from
absolutely.
Spain. You would call a guy from Spain Caucasian.
Yeah, absolutely. ¿Cómo
Well, I
se dice
mean,
Caucasian? That's what I say.
It's a little different for you. I mean,
why?
well, because I mean they came colonized.
Yeah,
You guys-
yeah.
I mean, most people are white
Yeah.
to you.
Just the white ones. You know what I mean?
All right, well, yeah.
Like if like someone from Africa came and tried to colonize us, I'd be like, I wouldn't call them white,
Sure.
Like,
Yeah.
it's from Portugal's in fucking Europe.
Sure.
Can we acknowledge that?
Yeah. My grandpa lives in Brazil right now, though, so that's why I always.
Yeah, it's because
associate
they
with
speak
Brazil.
Portuguese there, though.
Yeah, because they tried to colonize. I mean, they were the most successfully.
Yeah. What do you mean?
So
Try
I mean,
to?
are they? So are they not Portuguese then?
Huh?
So I mean,
If you're ethnically Portuguese, you're white.
okay.
Yeah.
I don't. Well, I mean, that's half. Yeah, that's half of me.
Why are you pushing back on this? Like,
I mean, I'm just saying
like
there's I'm a rainbow. I'm a spectrum.
spectrum.
Yeah, I have a lot of different things.
What else?
I'm a melting pot.
What else?
I mean, I got some Mexican, straight up Mexican, from my dad's side, and
I thought you were mostly Mexican.
I mean, I don't know. I haven't done the 23andMe. I don't know. I don't have the breakdown for sure.
So what, your dad's Mexican?
My dad is Mexican.
Like
Yeah,
full
he's got
Mexican? Like
well, my grandma's got some Spanish in her blood. She's like fair skinned.
so also white. So you got a little bit of white on both sides.
I guess, yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well,
So yeah, so I guess that would make me less Mexican. Because you're cutting into the percentage there of the Mexican.
I guess I don't know. I really don't care, but it's just fun to like push you on this.
Yeah. I
That
can
you're
tell
more-
you're having fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I am. Yeah. I'm not white, Josh.
All right, we're wrapping this up. Thank
no,
you so much for being.
I want to keep going. Let's talk about.
Let's talk about the
How's your
person.
marriage?
Great, fantastic, best thing in my life.
Yeah, it seems like you're really punched up.
Thank you. Well, hey, I'll take it, bud.
Absolutely. Yeah.
When I had more hair, I was a little.
The brief interactions I've had with her, she seems like she really loves you for
Oh,
you,
thank
like
you.
the
Yeah,
best.
Yeah,
Like,
best thing in my life.
Yeah, she sees like the best in you. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's made me a better person, that's for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Good. I'm glad you know that. Hey, don't fuck it up.
I'm doing my best.
All right. I'll check back in later.
Okay. Yeah, people always say that.
What? Don't fuck it up.
No, yeah, well, that and like, I punched up,
What?
that I'm like, I punched up with
Oh, with who? You,
like out of my weight class in a way,
yeah, that's good. You want to.
Patrick Scott says that too, though. But I mean, Patrick, he's always
I've-
always thinking less of me.
I
That's
think
why he's my enemy now.
I think,
Patrick, you hear this? All right.
I think it's because he knows you so well. You know what I mean?
Thinks he does.
Yeah. Patrick's.
Uh,
I thought he was Jewish for the longest time.
I mean, he would probably want that. He wants you to
I
think he's
think
Jewish.
that's good for the brand.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
denied being.
I miss Patrick
Hispanic.
Scott being more regular in the scene. Like his
got
joke writing
his
is
two
just fucking
kids.
out of this world.
Yeah.
Is he still down in the Springs?
No, he doesn't live in the Springs. He lives in
I thought
Aurora.
they live in the Springs.
Nah, he used to live in Pueblo for a little bit when he first started.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe it was Greeley, but he's from Pueblo.
Okay.
And but yeah, he lives in Aurora, and he's just can't stop having kids, dude.
He has 2 of them now?
Yeah, he's got 2 of them now.
Because I remember when the first one came.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The second one really just put the last nail in the coffin of him being
So
on the
irresponsible
scene.
to have 2 kids.
That's what I was saying. I tell him
Jesus.
that constantly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like, do you know the carbon footprint you're leaving with your kids? Fucking-
I don't think he cares about that stuff.
I don't know. What about Andres?
Andreas, I mean, he's got a new job with the union, so he's always in Vegas now doing like stuff that sounds vaguely mob.
I think he's been in the union for forever. Does he have a new job?
He's
on top
working
of it.
for the union now. He was a part of the union working at King Supers, but now he's actually works for the union.
I thought by the time the King Super stuff was happening, he was already at the union.
he was the union rep, but he was still like a King Supers employee.
No, I thought he switched over to the union.
That was like after the pandemic stuff.
Well, because he went on Bernie Sanders'.
Well, yeah, he was like a representative for them for King Supers, but through King Supers, but he wasn't working.
But I thought he was working for the union at that time.
I mean, yeah,
not
he's
for-
part of the union, so he's working for the union, but he was still technically a King Supers employee.
It's really fun to get you going.
Yeah, I'm just trying to be
'cause
clear.
It's like,
I'm
it's
trying
like-
to be clear. I mean,
Yeah, he told me that
Trying to
he clocks in as soon as he starts driving out of his driveway.
I mean,
I was
unions,
like, damn.
baby.
I was like, that sounds
That's
great,
a fucking
man.
union. I love the union. I'm a union man now.
Are you?
I wish the union would hire me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, my job right now, we're union employees.
Your union employees.
Yeah, we're a union. Well, we have a union.
Did you sign
We're
up?
part of the union. Yeah.
You pay your dues.
Yeah.
Do you go to the meetings?
I have not gone to one. I mean, I'm still.
And
fairly
you want to
new at
work
it.
for the union?
I have to contact my rep before I can
What's his name?
say anything else.
Their name.
Bill
Her name.
Manzanares.
Oh, okay.
Super cool, old school Mexican guy. Reminds me of my grandpa.
do you like hug him just for that?
I want to.
Yeah,
Sometimes I want to. I gotta
you
be
should.
like,
You should.
Nah, he wouldn't like it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, ask him. Be like, hey, I'll
Can
vote.
I hug you?
hey, you want my vote for this next cycle? Here's what you need to do.
Hmm.
Just give me a little
This
hug.
is what you need to do. Really putting it on him.
Yeah. Hey, it just remind me of when I was just a little kid,
A little
little baby, babacito,
Yeah.
bambino. Hey, let's wrap this up, huh?
Yeah.
My name's Joshua.
I was trying to think of what my grandpa called me when I was a kid. I can't fucking remember.
Probably Mio.
Mijo. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was
Do
thinking
you know why? It's
viejito.
because I'm not white. That's I knew that.
Okay.
Oh, great. Yeah, I wish the cameras were back on you.
Yeah, I got a camera on me.
Do you? Of course, yeah.
Yeah, there are 2
You can't-
cameras. there.
2 of them, huh?
Yeah.
How much does this all cost?
Well, I got a pack of 3 of these Mevos for $1,000.
$1,000. And who's paying for this? Like,
I did.
You.
I worked for CityCast and I did those mayoral interviews and I got enough money to reinvest in the podcast.
nice.
Yeah.
So you use the podcast funds to.
I got my CityCast funds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much have they paid you in total?
I don't know
I'm just
total
kidding,
because
I'm
it's
just
been a
kidding,
couple years
yeah.
since I've been.
Oh, it's been a couple of years.
Yeah,
That's-
I've been working for them for years, pretty much since they. I was like a contracted, editor and stuff. So
Contracted editor.
I mean, I did contract work. I wasn't a full time employee or anything, but I've had
Ah.
like contracts with them.
It's so crazy that CityCast feels they do a lot more heavier episodes in the Denver CityCast versus like the other ones. I feel like one, the mayoral coverage was fantastic.
Yeah.
2, like just and I know because I've had to do these fucking heavy ass episodes when it comes to native stuff. But the last one I was really scared about. Not scared, but like, it's the one where it's been the most where like I've read and reacted, and there was so much positive media attention around it. And
Yeah, that
it's-
was just a couple days ago, right?
yeah, this is the one that like dropped last week.
And it was about.
So History Colorado, they put out a report on boarding schools
Oh.
here in Colorado, and the biggest issues were just like one, the way that it was written about, but 2, like there wasn't really any natives involved in the research of it, and like there's so many natives doing this type of research, it's like feels dumb not to include them. And then two is like, how are you celebrating this? We're not at a point of celebration. This is awful shit. Like, it's really weird that Governor Polis is, going on camera and being like, look at this great thing we've done. When one, it could have been done better. Two, you're right in the fucking beginning aspects of this. Don't fucking celebrate this. So
Yeah, very charged, episode.
Did you-
Emotionally charged.
did you listen to it
Yes, I listen to all of them.
every day?
Yeah, pretty much. I haven't gotten to Fridays yet, but
Okay.
it's Saturday.
Usually I listen to about three a week, and that's
You
all I
just-
can handle.
You
Dog.
just choose it. Pick and
No,
choose
it's
on?
just one half time.
You're like,
yeah.
is JD on this one? Skip.
Yeah. No, it's more Paul's on it. I don't want to.
Oh, wow, okay.
Just kidding. Paul's the nicest guy.
Yeah, great guy.
No. Oh wow. Pull back on that.
No, he's a great guy.
What do you got against Paul?
Nothing against Paul. He's
What do
been
you
on the
mean,
pod plenty of times. Ooh,
Once.
would you get? No, he's been on a bunch.
I've only heard one.
Well, again, I think we established you're not really a loyal podcast listener.
It's great to be here.
Yeah, I do appreciate your contributions.
Are you saying to say that you want me and Paul on the same time?
Yeah, I think that'd be fun.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, we can make him feel weird.
Yeah. Big tall guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll pretend that you're not white for that one. That way we can make him feel guilty.
Okay, thank you. I can't wait. But yeah, thanks so much for being on.
Sure.
Let the guests sign us off however they see fit. I will say Wakanda forever. Be excellent to each other. Is there any place people can find you? I think I said the Dead Room comedy. Go there.
Yeah, Dead Room Comedy. We're gonna be doing some interesting things next year, I think. Elliot's taking a step back because he's getting married. It's weird. It's weird all these bisexual Dead Room people getting married to women, huh?
Right.
Wow.
I mean,
But I think me and Jeff will cook some stuff up. I got some interesting things I'm applying
so there's an
for.
opening in the group, is what you're saying.
I mean, if anybody wants to produce with Dead Room, fucking hit up the Instagram DMs. That stuff. We got an Eventbrite with a large email.
I got some trauma.
Base?
We could do a play around.
Oh, you specifically? Are you pitching
Yeah,
yourself?
me.
Pitch yourself for
I
Dead
got
Room.
I got a very established podcast that
That's
I
nice.
think could help.
Well, we're Slaughterhouse exclusive.
I mean, when was the last time you put out a podcast?
It's true. We haven't put out a podcast in a while.
Yeah, and I'm not producing any more podcasts for anybody anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
What
I
happened
just
to
don't have the-
Katie's? Or
She's moving on, or it might just end.
oh, okay,
I just don't have the time with my job right now.
that's fair.
It was like I was, wasn't doing the most I could for any of the podcasts. So
This is a very mature place to get. Add Danger Emerson, anyways. Add Danger Emerson, deadroomcomedy.com. But anything, just come hang out, come to a comedy show. We have one of the best comedy scenes in the country and therefore the world. We have a great independent scene. Go out to a show, see some of these people before they get big. It's really interesting to watch the growth. And humbling, honestly.
he's just talking about them getting fat. See Jeff before he blows up.
Yeah, man. I used to be so attractive. Anyways.
Hey, your mustache is getting there.
Thanks for that almost compliment.
You're welcome. All right, thanks for being on, buddy. Was that your sign off?
I love you. I want to do better. And,
Me?
I was talking to your audience.
Okay.
All right, it's not always about you.
I mean, we're all talking to
Hey.
each other.
How about you just sit there and be quiet for a second?
Okay.
I'm just going to sign off real quick. I'm so sorry about him. As I was saying, I love you. I miss you. And I'm going to be better. And I'm not going to ask for forgiveness right away, but you're going to see it in my actions. And we'll see where we're at in a little bit. All right?